and have meetings remotely. And within weeks, we had projects formulated, and the World Bank told us that it takes time for our board to approve. You can start spending from your other resources, and we will reimburse the money, because we are very confident that we'll get these through the board, and we will reimburse the money back to the province. And we took money from other sectors, and we started plugging the irrigation canals which had breached, plugging the dikes that had breached during the floods, making roads so that the connectivity, at least we established connectivity, and supporting the agriculturists, the farmers at that time, so that they can sow the wheat crop. And by December, which already started, but by December, I believe, I don't know, Najib would know better and he might correct me, but so we started in September, and by, I don't remember the exact date, it was 17th of December if I remember, the bank approved $1.7 billion for flood rehabilitation in the province of Sindh. 2 months. This perhaps is a record. Naveed Kamran is here, he was the executive director at that time. And this is, even, the best of corporations, I see, Arif Habib Saab and Zubair Saab sitting here, you can't work that fast. Nobody can work that fast. Within a couple of months, we had $1.7 billion arranged. And the flagship project, as the presentation said, and I'll just give you a little history of that. During the floods, Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari was present. He was the foreign minister at that time. He cancelled some of his foreign visits and said that I'll remain with my people in the province of Sindh. And wherever he went, the people said that we've lost our houses. We want that we get our houses back. So he told me that, we should build houses for the people. I said, okay, looked at the numbers, thought it was not possible. I hope that he'd forget about it and not ask me again, but as he is, he doesn't forget, especially when there are things which benefit people, he doesn't forget that. So a day or two later, he asked me, what are your plans for this? So I ran to the World Bank. I said, look, in a fix, we need a lot of money. These are, at that time, we'd said 1.5 million houses. In the end, it turned out to about 2 million houses that we had to rebuild. And we made a plan with the bank. The bank, in that $1.7 billion, there was projects which we'd been working on earlier. There was the flood rehabilitation project for the irrigation, for the road sector, for schools, for hospitals. But this housing was something new. And we wanted to build 2 million houses. To date, the largest housing project has been in Nepal after the Nepal earthquake, which was 800,000 houses. And that was done over 5 years after the earthquake. This project, we wanted to build 2 million houses. Naji and the bank, they said we will put in the first $500 million, but the government of Sindh also has to put their own money. I said, sure, we asked the government of Pakistan. So in the first 6 or 8 weeks, we did $1 billion amongst ourselves. $500 million from the bank, $250 million from the government of Sindh, and we went to the federal government, and the Prime Minister promised us that they will match whatever the government of Sindh is putting. So we got $1 billion together. We formed a team. That team did miracles. The bank's support in that was unbelievable. And what we have is a miracle. We've already done almost 500,000 houses are complete. About 900,000 or maybe more by now are under construction. 1.3 million bank accounts have been opened because we wanted to do all transactions through the banking channels. And all these beneficiaries opened a bank account. These were women who'd never, let alone a bank, they'd never been outside their villages. So these bank accounts were opened. Then Chairman Bilawal came up with another bombshell. He said, now I want to give them ownership. And the bank was very happy that, we are transferring an asset to these people. So wherever there was government land, and it's about more than half of the houses was on government land, this government land was